20,000 yoga studios around this country with X number of yoga practitioners and all that. All those instructors have to graduate themselves from teaching Hatha Yoga, the asana, to how to introduce spirituality in their practice, in their teaching. So that is where we have to find our student population and the class. If I say I am going to teach a Samadhi experience to everybody in this Orlando or those who are going to Disney, it won't work. We have got to find our market and say those who are already in a certain level of yoga and they are not able to advance further, help them to move one more step in their context. Okay? And when we are talking about that, don't talk pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, not that order. If you are talking of asana, then teach them what is breathing. There is a website called Breathing Project. You can look at that. Okay? How to breathe. And then, you see, the biggest challenge in teaching today's environment is this wonderful thing called the browser. You say something, somebody immediately Googles, and they come out with tons of information, unaudited, and they say, is it this, is it this, is it this, is it this? It is none of those things. What I have been talking right now is sitting in the book for 2000 years. But why is it not being understood? Understood? So it's a question of presentation. I don't find fault with Paramahamsa Yogananda or Vivekananda or so many other persons. They taught it to a particular stream in a particular way. But those who learned it from them, they become specialized in that. They have to find audience which suits them. So you don't convert the whole society to your trade and treat them.
Well, can I just say, I think when you said that America sees yoga in the tapas model, you can go in the tapas model, and you're teaching a yoga class, just bring in one yama or niyama for the day and start talking about it, right? And just like a little drip, and then the people that are more interested, they'll come and find out more, like you were saying about that.
Yes. You don't enter into controversial areas. See? Telling truth. Can you stand before the mirror and say, my age is this, I love my wife, I love my child, I love my daughter, I hate my husband. Can you say that particular thing? If you can say that, then you know what is the power of it. That is our Satyanarayana Katha, and we don't do it. Okay? So let me get on to the Kundalini quickly on that. Okay. So Kundalini is a technical term common in yoga and tantra schools. Kundalini, a Sanskrit word, literally means one which loops on itself, creating its own boundary, endless, a separation of in and out. That's what Kundalini the word means. And in Vedanta, this would be called as Maya. Maya is what creates that finite and infinite boundary itself. In Dvaita Vedanta, it would be called some other name. In Vishishadvaita, some other name. Shaiva system calls it Shakti. So we get caught up with the words. Technically what it does is, it is creating a wrap. It's a wrapper. And if you go back to Bible, it's a question of the Adam and Eve becoming aware that, oh, I am male, female, that kind of an awareness. Kundalini is portrayed as a sleeping snake with a 3.5 rounds coil model. Its house is said to be close to the spinal cord base. It's all based upon this book, Sir John Woodrow and all this. Aurobindo schools talk about this in a very great way. And this tradition comes from the Tantras, Mahanirvana Tantra and all that. Kundalini awakening is said to be associated with enormous energy and psychic powers and madness also at some point. The desire to awaken Kundalini in many cases is linked to the desire of gaining miracle powers, flying and all that. For texts, the ultimate goal is self-realization, freedom from all suffering, immortality, unbound bliss. Kundalini awakening takes place in phases, rising through chakras by the conscious use of meditation and special yoga direct wisdom. It is not that you say, oh, lam, okay, I am at the base, and yam, I am at the heart, and hum, I am at the head. No, that doesn't work. Traditionally, we see the Kundalini yoga in the Hindu temples by these snake stones represented and the philosophy behind. Okay, having said this, is Kundalini explained in the same way in different traditions, in same wordings? No. In Vedic tradition, pure Vedic tradition strain, the Mahanarayana Upanishad, the experience of Kundalini is said to be like the experience of a lightning with a blue color, fast vision that's coming through, passing through the body and all. If you go to Tantra schools, it is said to be a slow rising from the spine towards the head, crossing through this one, and do the Brahmari, Kechari, all the mudras and all that. Very fancy kind of a thing. And somebody rolling the tongue back, piercing the, cutting the bottom of the tongue, all that. So you see now two different models. One is experience of a lightning flash. Another one rising from the bottom of the spinal cord. And in some other texts, it is told as if your awareness is at so and so level, you will see this particular deity, Ganesha. You will see fire god. You will see air god. You will start listening music of the lute, drums, and all that. So now you have got three different documents telling three different things about Kundalini. Which one is correct? Or what am I going to get in this particular path? You go and ask the master, they will say, in my path, this is what you are going to get. You come to your school, then you will say, if you follow this route, this is the text. If you follow this route, this is it. If you follow this is what happens. So that is where the study of the Yoga Upanishads as a referential text, a roadmap, becomes very critical. There are qualifications and preparations for practice of different phases of Kundalini Yoga. You don't go to a Kundalini Yoga class for 45 minutes, 90 minutes, come back and watch a nice movie and then sleep and go to the work. If one has to practice Kundalini Yoga according to the text, there is a serious graded